Data released by the nation's central bank shows an uptick in consumer confidence. However, many fear such optimism may not last long, as there's little to celebrate when looking at the dismal job market. Hyesung breaks down the digits for us.
South Korea's consumer confidence rebounded in May after 5 straight months of decline since December. The Bank of Korea says the country's consumer sentiment index rose to 107.9 in May, up 0.8 points from the previous month. A reading above 100 means there are more optimists than pessimists about the economy in the coming months. The central bank attributed the uptick to the recent thaw in inter-Korea relations and the prospects of a North Korea-U.S. summit next month. But with gloomy economic figures like sluggish job growth over the last 3 months, experts say the uptick in consumer sentiment may be temporary.
The Consumer Sentiment Index is a leading indicator, but there have been cases where a rise in consumer sentiment didn't translate into an actual rise in consumption. Also, we have to see what happens with the ongoing trade spat between the US and China and rising US protectionism, as these factors could impact consumer sentiment.
3 of the 6 key indices that gauge consumer confidence went up. The index measuring people's sentiment toward current economic conditions rose 3 points to 89, and the sentiment on economic outlook for the next 6 months jumped 5 points to 101. Inflation expectations, which reflect the outlook for consumer price inflation over the next 12 months, stood at 2.6% in May, unchanged from the previous month. 김혜성, 아리랑 뉴스.